time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by JRR and Bud Light's Thursday Night Football. We're game on until we're told different, Taco Bob. Tomorrow evening ahead of the the Falcons and the Panthers, a blockbuster matchup. We'll be out 6 to 8 at Twin Peaks in Lake Buena Vista with Bud Lights.
Yeah, that's all that matters. We're out at Twin Peaks. Love that with Bud Light girls, Bud Light prizes, JRR prizes. Come join us. Bucket specials. Twin Peaks, Buena Vista.
That's tomorrow night. Hopefully after the storm has already cleared the hell out of here. And we're going with that until we're told otherwise. You cool with that, dog?
I am cool with that. The Orlando Magic, talking about the storm, they have moved their game up tonight versus the Dallas Mavericks. That's going to tip off at 5:30 p.m. at the Amway Center. Doors will open at 4:30 p.m. because of soon-to-be Hurricane Nicole. So
I think that's smart. I mean, because most kids that would be going with their parents or whatever will be out of school by then, so may as well.
Yeah. Also, Florida State, the basketball team, they play UCF on Friday night. So Leonard Hamilton's squad is actually driving to Orlando, I believe, or busing to Orlando, I believe, today. And they're just going to hunker down in the hotel in Orlando and then wait for the game on Friday. They normally would have been coming up on Thursday evening, but I guess they're going to come up on today now. So that's some of these sort of the weather-related sports items going on in the state of Florida. The big news in sports, the Georgia Bulldogs moved up to number 1 in the college football playoff rankings last night. Obviously, after they beat Tennessee like a drum, the Dogs are now number 1, followed by Ohio State, and then Michigan, and then TCU out of the UCF's new conference, the Big 12. TCU moves up to number 4. Clemson and Alabama nowhere to be found in the top 6 for the first time in college football playoff ranking history. Neither the Tide or the Clemson Tigers are ranked in the top 6. I still have a scenario that Alabama could get into the playoff. You want to hear it?
Yeah,
come on.
Take me through that. I was going to mention, how big does the looming Ohio State-Michigan game?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. It's huge.
Yeah.
What is that? That's 2 weeks from now.
A couple weeks away, yeah.
Yeah, so all right, here's how Alabama gets in. First of all, they're Alabama, so they get much more respect than other programs. They run the table, all right, and somehow get into the SEC championship game. Say LSU loses their last 2 games, all right? Alabama gets into the SEC championship game. They beat Georgia in the SEC championship. Even with 2 losses, I say that gets Alabama in.
Oh, that's a lot of things that would have to happen.
Well, you asked me. I'm not saying they will happen. I'm saying that's how it could happen. Yeah. LSU plays Arkansas and Texas A&M. I don't know if those are both road games, but LSU's been playing close games, so it's not like it's not like they're infallible.
Won't it be nice when they expand this thing to 12 teams? We won't have to have these conversations as much anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you guys are you rooting for TCU to make the Final Four? Because I am.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think it'd be great too, but a lot of people just want the name brands in there.
Well, I mean, Cincinnati got the same knock last year,
Yeah.
And, come on.
I'm with you. I'm all for the the non-marquee teams making the playoff. I think as you mentioned, if there were 12 teams already, we wouldn't have to be arguing about this stuff.
Hey, and real quick with the non-marquee teams, that makes me think of the World Series. Did they get any final ratings on that for?
Absolutely, I've got some final. The 6-game series was the second least watched World Series in TV history.
Wow.
Yeah.
So but again, TV ratings traditionally go down every year because of just cord cutters, all the different channels, all of that stuff.
But they still measure, cord cutters are measured because live sports is live sports.
I don't know how that works. Like the Nielsen's, I don't know if they.
I can tell you for a fact. We Taco and I both have YouTube TV. There's an actual setting in there for Nielsen monitoring, and if you want to opt out of it,
Really?
yeah,
Oh.
in your account settings.
All I do is just turn on and look for one of them shows that makes you a little horny.
Yeah, well, they're monitoring your horniness.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the 6.1 Nielsen rating that this year's World Series got, that was, again, the second lowest in history. The only one that was lower was the Dodgers' 6-game victory over the Rays in 2020. That was the COVID year.
Non-marquee teams in this one, and also, like you were saying, Lynch, the other day, up against football. I mean, smack dab in the middle of football weekend, college and pro.
It's always going to be up against football, the World Series. That's
but the final game is usually not on the weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, game 6 went against Alabama, LSU on
There you go.
ESPN, and Clemson, Notre Dame on NBC, and then Florida State, Miami, of course, was on ABC.
Lightning lost last night 3-2 to Edmonton. That blows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
By the way, I wrote a column in today's Orlando Sentinel. You can read. There's much debate about who should start at quarterback for UCF in the big game against Tulane on Saturday. Should it be John Rice Plumlee, who started the first 7 games, or should it be Mikey Keene, who came in relief of John Rice Plumlee after he suffered a concussion in the Cincinnati game and actually saved the season? Do you guys have a preference who should start?
I saw you saying they should do the dueling quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like Spurrier did 25 years ago, the rotating quarterbacks. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind that. I've said that since earlier when he first played, when Keene came in.
That's kind of had mixed results when teams have tried that, though, traditionally. I mean, right, Bulldog? I mean, you got to be honest here.
Yeah, it has.
But with UCF, there's certain things that we don't have, one quarterback doesn't have, and I think a lot of teams know that.
And plus, there's this. Usually, it doesn't work when teams are struggling and they're losing games. If you're a winning team like UCF is, and you've got 2 good quarterbacks,
use them.
Why wouldn't you use them?
Be dumb not to.
Hey, is Brittany Griner going to the Gulag?
She's going. What is she? She's moving.
They said she's moving to a penal colony. Is that the Gulag?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know how she'll do in a penal colony.
Oh my God! Jesus.
It's pretty scary though that she is that they don't know where she's going. Like none of her representatives even know which penal colony she's going to. What is that? Like a prison camp, I guess.
I think you've been to a few penal colonies, right?
Why don't we just say this is Mike the Bulldog Bianchi's sports page on JRR, and he's a sports columnist for the Orlando Sentinel and host of Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9. The Game and Grown Man Barking to wrap things up mercifully this morning on JRR.
Oh!
Lynch and Taco kick off your workday with a big-ass block of rock.
Every morning at 8 a.m. on